I just want to tell you that I recovered this lost file. It was filmed on July 23rd, 2023. Hello, this is Jeanette with Women Wearing Wigs and More. And today we are going to do something very different. And as you can see, I'm in my bathroom and many of you have asked me to do a get ready with me. So I thought, well, I will do that. And I'm going to show you some products that I recently just love. And we're going to go through the process. So this is how I look, even though it's not very pretty. But you know, it's all with what we make it to be. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cleanse my face. And I have discovered a new product called Eve Lom, and it's EVELOM. And this is what it looks like. Well, it'll be backwards. Somehow we just never can get it right. But this cleanser is I guess a 4-in-1 product. It's a cleanser, it's a exfoliator, it is a toner, and it is a moisturizer all in one. And it is a little bit pricey, but when you consider buying 4 products, and the cost of those 4 would far exceed the cost of this. But this is a product that looks like this, and it only it has eucalyptus and actually has hops, which is supposed to be the part that is the toner, and it has chamomile, and I think there's another. Well, let's see. Don't have my glasses on, so anyway. But we're going to go through the process of doing this. So the first thing you want to do, it comes with the little scooper, and it doesn't take much, but I'm going to get probably about that much. That might be a little too much, but we'll get the point. So I'm going to put it all over my face. And work it in. And as you can see, my face gets red when I touch it, but that's just the nature of my skin. And but this you want to rub in for a good minute. And I'm rubbing it over my eyes, even though, I'm sorry, I'm talking over my mouth with my hands over my mouth, even though it takes off makeup, it is friendly to the eyes. So just bear with me. We want to rub it and really get it into the skin. And you can see it kind of changes to a white color. And that just means that you are really working it into the pores. But it won't irritate your eyes, so I've got several mirrors around here, so what I'm going to have to do, since I'm in my bathroom, okay, I'm going to need to step away to rinse my hands and to get a, it comes with a muslin cloth which that's going to exfoliate too. And I also have these I got on Amazon, and I love them. They're really sold as a burp bib for babies, where you can throw it over your shoulder, as many of you have had children. But I highly recommend these for all kinds of purposes. For right now, I'm just going to wipe the excess of this product off from my hands. I'm going to step over to this sink to my left and get the muslin cloth wet and come back. The first thing you want to do is I'll put this in hot water, and you just want to hold it over your face and let the product sink in. And then I'm going to go and rinse it again for the moment. And so then I do that again. Feels so good. And then I'm just going to wipe it off. Uh-oh, I think I just lost an earring. Well, we'll get that later. As you can see, it does not irritate the eyes. So hold on just a moment. Lack of content right there. Now I've got cold water, and you want to do the same thing, because it will just close up the pores. Okay. Never in my life did I ever think I would get online in public looking like this. But I care enough to want to share this. And by the way, I am not being sponsored. I purchase all of these items with my own funds. So, but again, this is Eve Lom. And now I'm taking a dry one, and I'm just going to dab that off. And it will leave your skin feeling so good. I mean, my skin feels so clean right now. I wish you could feel it. Another thing, I think I've mentioned this already before, but you can get these on Amazon. I use it every day because, like right now, I want to dry off the moisture so I can proceed with putting on my makeup. So that's with that. Okay, now that we have this done, what I'm going to start with, let me see if I can get a little closer. I hope that I'm looking in the right way. I've got so many mirrors and lights and everything. But I just found out about this product. I saw it on Wayne Goss. I'm sure you have heard of his products. He's a YouTuber as well. Excuse me. And it's called RMS. And this has 30 SFP, can't talk, 30 SFP, SPF. You would think by now I would know that. But anyway, so I love this for that. But it is a serum, but it's a Radiance serum. I can't read I'm going to have to get my glasses on. Supernatural Radiance Serum. And this is called Serum Eclat. It's 30 PFF broad spectrum sunscreen. And this is called Light Aura. That's the shade. So when you see this, you're going to think, oh, that's going to be too bright, too shiny. But I And I shake it. I don't know if I need to, but anyway, and I just put it on the back of my hand. And I just dab it all on. And keep in mind, I didn't do any moisturizers. I didn't do any toners because I just really didn't need to do that since that product takes care of that. And the camera isn't picking up quite as shiny as it's looking, but I'm going to put just a little more. So, and this has a little color, but not a whole lot. It's really just a serum that prepares your skin for the next step. So, and I always like to slap my face. I was told that that helps the products get in the pores so that they are hidden as much as possible. Okay, now I'll let this kind of set. You always want to kind of wait a few minutes in between. So that's kind of when I utilize this, but I don't know if you can see the shininess. I'm hoping it shows up better than what I can see in the camera. But okay, now let me get some of this out of the way. So I will list all this in the link below. The next thing I'm going to do, and I used this product years and years ago. I feel like a parrot with one earring on. But anyway, this is Laura Geller Spackle. And here again, I've got to put my peepers on. This is called the Skin Perfecting Primer. And it's the original Champagne Glow. I'm sorry, I just, if I'm on my desktop, it's like the products read correctly, but if I'm pointing to that mirror, I'm over here, so at least I can do that right in this mirror. I'm doing this on my cell phone. But anyway, so again, I just kind of shake it up. I don't think you need to, but anyway. So again, I'm just going to, okay, I'm just going to do a little bit like that. Let's just see what this does. It may seem like a lot of product, but I have found that these two items going together really work quite well. And I use my fingers to do all that. And this spackle, what I'm feeling right now is tons of moisture. So that's really important for aging skin. Okay, I think that's enough. And I've got my little, I'm getting some kind of flashes here. I forgot to turn my cell phone off. I sure hope nobody calls. Okay. Now we are going to put on the foundation. And before I do that, I am going to put some, gosh, I hope I got it out here. Oh, I did. It's Laura Geller, and it too is called Spackle, but this is for the eyes. It's waterproof eye primer, Spackle. and you really can't see that in the, no, there's just no way. But it is a pencil like, I mean, it's a brush, but you push the end until you get product. Well, no, you twist it. Okay. And it comes out. Oh, thank goodness I have a smaller mirror here because I'm definitely going to need that. And let me kind of look away so that what I'm going to do, that looks like a little bit too much, but we'll see if we can work with it. And believe me, I do not know what I'm doing, but you know, when you're 80 years old, you just do the best you can. And I think that goes for all ages. But this blends in pretty good. I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but anyway, so we're going to do the same thing over here. Doing this is the first time I've ever done something like this. So, you know, when I put my makeup on, it's hit or miss. So it's so funny. Sometimes I can put my makeup on and I feel so good about it, I don't want to wash it off at night. And I bring that little brush up too, because I have redness underneath my eyes. Now what I'll do is take my finger here again and I just tap it. Okay, let's see what that does. So I'll put this aside. Now that I have the eyes done, oops, I have to have, normally I wash my hands in between, but since I have this camera on top of my sink, you should see the get up I have here to make this work. But you know, where there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, so the next product, and I have had this foundation for over a year. I got it last summer. I had 2 grandchildren, a granddaughter and a grandson. One got married in April and one got married in July. And I got this foundation for the wedding and I wore it. And then for some reason, and I just loved it. I ordered it from this company out of London, and I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but I call it AU. It's AYU over here. Yeah. And it is a fresh skin foundation. It is not a shimmer. That's why I was wanting as much shimmer on my face as possible. And I shake up this. Now this, I do use a brush, but I squeeze the product on top of my hand. I never know if I got too much or not. But we're just going to dab this in. This little brush, I've talked to it about. I got it on Amazon for $8. So, and let me use my mirror because it's just a lot easier. I hope you can see this. And I go over my eyelids. So kind of tap it in. I kind of okay. When I get through, I may finish up this video on my desktops. I feel like the lighting is much better, but you will see. Anyway, so I think that, oops, covers it. I don't know if you can see. Or not. Okay, let's see what the next step is. So now the foundation is done, and I guess I'll work on my eyes. And I love this product. This is MAC, M-A-C, Painterly. And it comes in a little jar like this. It comes in other colors, but Painterly is their best selling. And it's a, you can see it's just a neutral color. And I just take my ring finger, swirl it around, and then I put it on my eyelids. And it just finishes off the eye without being, it's a cream eyeshadow, and I just love that. And here again, I tap. Okay. We're getting into the area that is probably the most difficult for me, because doing eye makeup on these little bitty eyes, you know, but I just have to do what I can do. So I do have a product here that I talked about before in another previous video, and I got this too on Amazon, and I think it's called Julep, J-U-L-E-P. Here again, it's backwards, but it is a cream, and seems like the last time, reaching for a Kleenex over here, I kind of wiped it off and it kind of smeared it. So I don't know what it's going to do today. We're going to find out. But all I'm going to do is make a dot at the corner and upper top right here. Ooh, see, that may be too much, but we're going to find out. Okay, now we're done with that. And then I'm going to take, I have this little tiny brush, and I'm just going to swirl it in a circle, which this is, I'm just trying to blend it, but you know, everything I read, they say blend, 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 and then I do kind of follow my brow bone, or whatever you call it. I know y'all can't see me. Let me look at it a little better. Ooh, look, I got something on my chin. I don't think I did that. Ooh. Ooh, that was still a little. Well, I hesitate to do too much to that. You know, I don't know of a soul, whether they're a professional or not, that doesn't have some kind of little quirk happen when they're putting their makeup on. So we just do what we can. I think I'm just going to finish this off with my fingers. Okay, that's not very good, but you know, here again, I'm just telling it like it is. Okay, so that's that. Now, I am going to, okay, I got that. Let me get this over here. And now I am going to, and I know I don't do this all in the order that everybody else does. I just kind of do it the way seems best. But this is an eyebrow pencil, and it is by It, or no, excuse me, I think this is Benefit. Precisely My Brow Pencil. Yeah, and this is in gray, and yeah, it's Benefit. Well, they put that so small you can hardly see it. But anyway, all right. So here again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see me do this, because I will have to use this little mirror. But let's see. Now I've got a nerve jumping up my eye. There's always something. But anyway, okay. Okay. Just kind of do it like that. You can see it needs to be filled in, but this just gives me an outline, what I need to do. And as they say, remember, eyebrows are not twins, they are sisters. So no two are alike. Now what I'm using is that same brand, AYU, and this is their brow pencil. And it's not showing the color. Brown, excuse me, I had it upside down. Well, I made a rhyme. Okay, so I have had this little brush. I bought it from Sephora years and years ago. It has no name on it, but you can see, wait a minute, right there, that it is a very thin and tapered. And this has two colors on it, dark and a brown. And I just kind of tap all over it, just a kind of mixture. And I know you're not supposed to do that, and I don't know why, because it's my germs and I'm putting it on my face. So anyway, well, let's see. Okay, so now I kind of start in the middle, because it's always, the brown always has a darker. And kind of tap it right here. I have no eyebrows, as you can see, so this is always a hit or miss. And I do like somewhat of a sharp edge on the bottom of my, I'm sorry, I'm just talking. I don't know how to do that. but kind of, okay. And that concludes that, but one last thing, at the end of this eyebrow pencil, there's a spoolie. And, you know, this isn't for anything other than just kind of to, in case there's some lines that kind of show up that you don't want them to. Okay. Well, we're getting there. Okay. Now we're going to do the mascara. And I am not one to favor any one mascara. This one I happen to have. I got it on Amazon too, and it's called Essence, and it's just Lash Princess. But I'm using it just to use it up. And I have bent the end by just taking it and bending it. And it just kind of gives me a little better way to get to these little tiny eyelashes. And it's hard for me to talk when I'm doing this. I'm just realizing I forgot a step before I normally do this, so I think I'll just let these little lashes dry a little bit and come back to them, because I wanted to put some eyeliner. And my daughter gave me this, and it's cut by Kylie. I think that's Kylie Jenner, which I'm not a huge fan of her, but the pencil works really good. So this is just a brown color. I can't read it right now. So I go up here. And I really kind of go underneath. If I go on top, for some reason, I guess I have so many wrinkles, it just kind of smears. Okay. So that's all I'm going to do for that, which it doesn't help a whole lot, but you know. I see a little spot of eyelash there. Okay. Let's bring this baby back and see what I can do to make these show up a little better. I'm going to have to concentrate, so y'all just talk among yourselves. So, anyway, I have to whoops, see a little straggler there, would get me in trouble. Okay, I'm afraid if I do any more, I'm going to really mess up. So let's see what that does. Okay, I'm going to get up and really wash my hands with soap. Ouch, I have a bad back, and if I turn a certain way, it kind of hurts. Anyway, I am going to put a little bronzer on, not much, but I still like this Physicians Formula. It's called Deep, and even though it's deep, it's I mean, the name is deep. It's still not dark. I guess you can make it as dark as you want. So the mirror in my bathroom is behind the camera, so I'm going to look in that because it kind of gives me a little. And I pat it on. I just kind of go on the side, trying to make that. Well, that seems to be good enough. Now we're going to add a little color. This is a blush that I've had for a long time. It's called Rare Beauty, and it's a cream, and that's a color, but don't be afraid. This is called Nearly Berry. I would say it's really looks pretty close to berry, but I just put a little bit on my finger, and you can see it's not as dark, but I just tap it. And then I take this little same brush and I just tap it and then just kind of swirl it. And my skin turns red when I touch it like this, and it's always so hard to know if I have enough. But I'll just let it calm down and we'll see what happens. Actually, I think this other side could use a little more. Okay, that's going to conclude that. And excuse me, I always get little sniffles along the way. Now I'm going to put on my lipstick, and maybe I'll come alive. So I'm using my Nicole Organza lip liner. She has a new one out that's a pencil that you sharpen. I've had this one a long time, and I just keep waiting for it to run out, but it just keeps lasting. But it just goes with every color, and it's just a good. And I try to rub my lips together so that I can have some definition of my lip line. Okay, I guess it's over here. So that's that. And then I feel like I'm almost out of this. I use it just about every day, and every day I wear it, I get a compliment. Okay, there we go. Now when that dries, now I'm looking at myself in this mirror, and I cannot see, you see how my face isn't, I mean, like, I don't really have that much blush on. What I started to say is when this lip dries, I'm going to put a gloss on it. And this is Buxom Celeste, and I've talked about this before, but it just goes over everything. But I'll put that on, and I had gotten another Laura Geller product just recently, and this is the Baked Bronze and Brighten. And this is called Fair, but I really don't know what, I mean, if you can see this, it's all these colors. But they are beautiful, I must say. So I'm just going to kind of lightly swirl this. And I'm going to now that's a little better. Now I think what I'll do is take this one and kind of blend the edges so that you don't see a demarcation line. I hope y'all are seeing this. Okay, so I'm going to close this off. I'm going to go get my hair on and I'll be back. Talk to y'all later. Just a second. Hey, ladies, I'm back with my hair and I did put my lip gloss on, and my necklace is a little too long for this top. That's a Methodist cross, which I got that at James Avery years and years ago, and it's 14 karat gold, and I'm so glad I got it when I did. Probably couldn't afford it today. Anyway, I do want to thank you for staying with me, and I hope that you learned something and see some products that maybe you might be interested in, and I will list them all below. And I will let y'all go. Until next time, bye-bye, and I love you.